What's up, everyone? I hope you're having a fantastic morning, day, evening. I'm super excited to share with you all that I've been working on something that will answer all the questions you need to know about climbing, improving, and to not make it overwhelming. You know, you ever wonder what the difference is between a gold and a plat player, a diamond and a masters? Well, I never knew. I always wanted to. I always wanted to shape a way for you to have to do less thinking and just focus on the important parts of climbing. If you want me to coach your VoD, you can find my Twitch down below where I am coaching people for absolutely free, going over this list, refining it, making it better, and hopefully one day I can bring that to you guys as soon as possible because the feedback has been absolutely crazy. Hopefully I can bring you guys some great content soon, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you climb. Much love, everybody. Mwah. What are you, so I can actually, I'm starting to tailor it towards you, 3.2, cool. Then I expect decent mechanics and good positioning. Alright, this is just the standard, stock standard. Go lower right tunnel and then flank. And then top right tunnel and then get an early pick. It's very annoying for them team to deal with. That's why people do it, because you're uncontested. If you set at the front as Rodog, yeah, shooting front to front in a tank versus tank situation, then they're gonna have their resources in one direction, which means it's easier for them to block your one cooldown. That makes you sort of useful, and that's why the E allows him to do bullshit stuff. But then again, like, it's not the end of the world. I don't care. If this works for you and it's how you enjoy playing Hog, play Hog like this, you know. The enemy Hog doing something standard as fuck. Lower right tunnel, usual die. You died, you already died. I mean, you tunnel in Genji and you're 3.2, so I'm not expecting it to be too aware, but like basically, okay. I don't care about your HP. We see Hog in lower tunnel already because you're tunneling the Genji. Hog shoots you again, tunnel in the Genji. Now you died. You're 220 HP. You went past the corner. So corner play wise, okay? I rate that at like a 3 out of 10. Because maybe 0, maybe 1 because you live, right? But the fact that you push so far around the corner to chase him down without ever checking for any threats, especially if they're like shooting at you. Do you know what I mean? Like he's shooting you, so it's not like, oh, there's no threat or it's random, whatever. Pretty bad. But the awareness comes with time. B, very common for Hogs. Very common. And I probably might even see you do that on attack, honestly. You go here, you hook that exact angle that you were pressing. So if he hooked you, which I don't know why he didn't, you die. That's probably why. And then another consequence as a tank player of just sitting on high ground like this is that the enemy team gets access to the entirety of the map, right? They get to go all the way around here without you doing anything. They get to go underneath without you doing anything. They get to go through the choke without you doing anything, which again is fine if you guys decide to make a play somewhere or deny them. But basically, if they are 6 went this way, sitting here AFK is fine. But as soon as the Sigma's through and the Hog is through and the Genji was through, then that should set off some alarm for, I mean, at least Starlight as well, that like, hey, they're behind me and I'm trying to hold. The Sigma's trying to hold here, but they're behind the Sigma. That's really bad. Let's get rid of them by using our mana. We have an advantage because A, he's got no supports. B, there's literally 3 of you and 1 Hog. Right? So it definitely should be a play where you do something. Yeah, I mean, it's very, very safe. Very safe play. Let's try. Get too tunnely. Yeah. Because like you're pushing. Okay, it's basically like. So, okay, you're gonna be a better player if you like make your play. And instead of like trying to think where everybody is, just look around a little bit. Or like he's shifting, so use your melee and think, oh, I got discorded. Let me look where somebody is, or where my team is, or what's happening. You can instantly see that, like, again, it depends on the player. He's not here, which is, you know, whatever. Okay, he's not here. But again, if we're looking at fundamentals and multiple things that are going wrong, this is the corner play. This is safe. Our team is chilling back here. So, according, like, in a way, you could just be like, our resources are over here. I'm pushing past this corner alone into a hook to tunnel down what I killed. There's a Sombra here that we didn't know about, and there's a Zen here that we did know about. Now you put yourself at risk to dying, very simply because 1, 2, 3. And in that time, your team got an advantage. So now you're giving up defender's advantage. And you're actually doing the thing that you were avoiding doing the whole time, which is you're playing super safe so you don't run it down. But now you end up running it down anyway, while also giving up map space, while also playing alone. Instead of looking for using the map and alternative corners to like bait the enemy team into you and then have your other team shoot at them, right? So by creating, it's like a DPS player. You create an off angle to this team from this spot, etc. So that's why playing Hog like that sort of flanky playstyle is pretty good. Also, if you walk past, the team walks past you, you get free pickings of backlines to hook, etc. So doesn't mean you have to do it, but if you want to play like this corner play style, then what you need to understand is that like, well, what do I give up? I'm giving up map control, space, all these things, so make up for the weakness. If you choose to play your cards in a certain way, an enemy uses a move, you got to counter that move. But if you're not doing it, you can't just play the same card over and over and over and over. So your skills that if you want to play this playstyle that you look to develop are just very simple, like just looking for enemies. Literally you're not looking for them. For example, was a hog through here? Did he walk through? Oh, he did. Let me kill him. Oh, did somebody walk through here? Oh, let me stop them. Did somebody walk past here? Oh, let me stop them. Which you did with Sigma, with the first hook in Sigma. But before that, you didn't do that at all. At all. Because you're sitting AFK, you can literally go like one. Oh, here's both supports. Cool. That's their line of sight. Oh, the Genji's back here. Cool, 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 cool. So they're missing. Oh, the Hog is up here, Roadhog is up here, and Sigma's up here. And they have like, what, a DPS? Cool. Let me be scared of that and hopefully have my team recognize that and push with me. Or let me try and get a sneaky little hook that'll bring my team's attention or blah, blah, blah. Okay, you review it. I prefer if the person's actually here for it. But for Starlight, I will help. Anyone can send votes. So you got lucky. Twice. By the way, you should have been dead twice already. Nice hook. Okay, no cooldowns. Ah, you get the kill because they're like that. Oh, you don't even get the kill. Cool. So here's a really quick situation for everybody ever. Okay, so you did really good here. Okay, I'm gonna write it out now. Okay, so corner play, it's simple. We play next to corners so we can instantly disengage and they can't shoot us. How broken? Let's think about that for a second. You're telling me, okay, A10, you're telling me that I can literally use all my cooldowns into my brains out and then walk around a corner and they can't damage me? I'm invincible? No matter what they do. They could hog all to wall all they want. They cannot hit me? Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. What I'm telling you guys is that this is fucking insane. Just literally almost nobody does it. But it's so simple. Play around corners, they're your best friends. The shield that is infinite. It's why Overwatch 2 is so much fun and that you're struggling in Overwatch 2. You don't know how to play the map. B, okay, so you've done okay corner play, but definitely you like didn't have your HP. Now you don't have your cooldowns. And you didn't have your team. So this is why that kind of like list that I bring up every single time is so fundamental, right? Like legit, think about it. I talked about, what did I talk about here today? I talked about positioning of him and what he gives up. I talked about Winter. I give him tier 3 in months. I talked about his cooldown usage. I talked about his HP. I talked about tracking people's and his team, if his team's ready to help him. This is all you need to know to climb right for now. So I'll write it out again. We already know, but did you have your cooldowns when you walked out? No. But then let's think about it again. You didn't have your cooldowns. It was 2 seconds away. 2 seconds. You sit here for 2 seconds. Literally 2 seconds. All right, let's see what happens. 1, 2. Yeah, so they moved about from here to here. No cover, no corner. They're still bad and they're messing up, giving you a consistent guaranteed free kill. Guaranteed. Now let's say you wait those 2 seconds and you get a guaranteed pick. Let's see what happens. A, you have a man advantage. You're 6 versus 4. B, you force them to turn around and panic. C, how long is that sent out of the action for? 8-second respawn. 10-second walk. Blah, blah, blah. Maybe longer walk, okay? Because you decided not to wait 2 seconds and get that guaranteed 18-second advantage because you're uncontested, you're not under pressure. It is almost, if you think about it, and I'm saying it kind of in a harsh way, because if you're not saying it in a harsh way, that's fucked up. You guys should really be like, that is fucking stupid. Why did I not wait 2 seconds? Why did I not wait 2 seconds to get that massive guaranteed advantage? Guaranteed. Think about it like that. Beat yourself up, because then you'll be like, okay, I'm not going to do that next time. You know? Some mistakes should not happen. It depends if you've been playing for a really long time. If you have really bad habits, blah, blah, blah. It depends on the person, right? If you're newer, don't beat yourself up too much. If you're a long time player, get rid of those old habits. Because chat, again, He had 3 seconds on hook. He hooks the Zen dies, Anna turns, team wins fight with ankles. Okay, doesn't wait for cooldowns. Tries to get the kill. Gets collapsed and surrounded. Okay. Cool. It worked out. Here's another thing, just so we get over this disclaimer real quick. It didn't work out, by the way. We should live there, go back around the corner, or keep pressuring and have our team win and then be alive. Here's a disclaimer. Everything that I tell you and that I'm teaching to you guys, and with the thank you so much for tier 3, I'll coach your Minecraft PvP later if you want. It is everything that you try to achieve creates consistency or ups your, absolutely deserved. A consistency. I'm trying to up your consistency, right? To the moon. Okay, I'm taking those fucking stonks to the moon. I'm trying to up your chance of winning, even if it's 50 to 51. Blah blah blah. Like, you will climb. That's all that matters. You will climb. You will develop good habits. So if you do something stupid and it works out, think about the word consistency. Just think about the word for a little. And then when you get really good at the game, here's what happens. First, I put you in a cage and I constrict you and I feed you I drip feed you basic foods, and then you break out the cage and you get stronger, and I send you out into the world with more complicated things, taxes, social interactions, jobs, and then at the end of it, when you become the CEO, you can break all of these rules. You can literally say like, oh yeah, I know that this is incorrect, but fuck it, I mastered it and I know blah blah blah, and even if it's inconsistent, I believe I can make it consistent, right? You can break the rules, bend them to your will. That's the journey. It shouldn't be like, oh, I'm already good enough to do what I want and break, not because no. You start off beating yourself up about consistency. That's why this is simple, important, easy to understand. Now, why is team a factor? I haven't really explained it too much, but basically what I say is, guys, team, when I say team, it means like, let's say you make that play, you look behind you with your crosshair to see where your team is. What is the chance that when I go to make this play that they're going to follow me up? When you're flanking, when you're doing anything, is my team ready? Are they ready? Even if you don't communicate, you can read this information by looking at the way they're looking, if their HP is low, if they're running away, if they're using resources, if they're in spawn when you press tab, da. And you know what this reminds me of, guys? Sombra players. Think about that. Think about it for a second. All those things, right? That add into your consistency on timings and flanks. Well, what do you think happens when a Sombra player that doesn't follow this? Hey, I hacked this target, or hey, I hit a 6-man EMP. They come onto YouTube, or they come onto to complain on the Blizzard forums about, oh, the team doesn't follow up. It's a hero that requires she doesn't get valued. Like, she relies on the team. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You're telling me that all of these summer players are good enough to know these timings already? Fuck off. If you are, then get off the forums and stop complaining, because you should be way higher elo. Alright? You should be way higher elo. If you can, hey, good for you. Hey, you don't have to be here. If you can already do these timings perfectly, good shit. If not, well then, if you understand it, then you wouldn't be complaining. It's literally a self-report. The same thing as people who say Overwatch 1 is basically a patch or isn't that much different from Overwatch 2. It's literally a self-report. But it's fine. Go ahead. I don't need to change your mind on something. There's no need to defend it. Just keep self-reporting. Okay. So that's team. When I say team. And then the positioning comes down to that whole, like, well, you're in diamond. You know how to hit your hooks. When you come behind that flank you did there, are you going to hit that hook? Yeah, I trust you are. So, good job, making the flank. I trust you hit the hook. That's you using positioning and then your mechanics, combining them, which is what I think diamond players can do. Okay, cool. What I just said will literally help him and everybody else so much, so I don't need to go over it again, because that is so fundamentally raw to, like, improvements.
Observe the barrier.
No, I unmodded Moro, actually. She's just so seething, upset, crying about it that she's transformed reality to fit her will. But, I don't like to bring it up, just... You know, guys. Women. Am I right, guys? Am I right? Am I right? guys. Need I say? No, but in all seriousness. Nah, she unmodded. Okay, so we hit nice hook. We're defaulting, so your friend is a defaulter, which again is fine. We're not scary? They're not. Oh, it's like my body. It's kind of hurting. Okay, so nice hook. Corner plays okay. Are you chance any risk getting hooked? Yes, but he got distracted, so. Ooh. Oh, here's a cool little trick with bubbles and hooks, by the way. So when you here's how most people work. When they see a piece of information, there's certain things that need to like happen, right? So like this is your brainwave, right? And then it spikes or goes down. Let's say this is your average brain power. You see the sombra there, it goes down. Okay? Every person will go down, and then this is their reaction. All right, bye, Jacob. Have a good day, bro. Okay, listen. This is for everybody, okay? This is you autopiloting or not autopiloting, doing really, really well, thinking about everything. You see a piece of information, like a Pharaoh rocket, a jumping Winston, or Wrecking Ball about to slam, the sound cue, or Sombra, or whatever. You're surprised, you're taken off guard. You go down instantly. This is your human normal reaction. What we need to do is we need to stop this. Then we need to actively think of a few conditions that will then bring us back up to our good, consistent level, and then make that decision there. Okay? You following me, guys? You following me? This is normal. You see a piece of information. So this is the primal ooh-ah. Oh my god. Target, I hook. But what happens when you say, ooh, target, I sleep. Ooh, target, I hook. Ooh, target, I bubble. What happens is you layer away all those other things that you worked to build on. You don't look at her movements. You don't look at if she's about to disengage, her HP, her state of mind, all these things that you do for every other hook. Recognize that you do these guttural reactions and fix them. That's how you know you're improving. I do it. Everybody does it. And you have when I bubble quick, I'm like, why did I do that? Because that's the thing that holds us back. This is the thing that makes us inconsistent. That's why reacting is bad, but priming is good. If you knew the Sombra was there, you would already be thinking about all these other conditions ahead of time. So you would see the Sombra, and then you wouldn't dip. You would just go for it. What do you think is best? Priming. And that's why when you get to really high elo, you can predict where everybody's going to be most of the time and make a decision based off of that. Yeah, because you literally autopilot a bubble and you give up on everything else that made the bubble good. Nice hook. I love TFT. Maybe I should stream TFT, guys. How about I stream TFT and I sit in silence? Let's go. This is You and I by Brucey. God, I wish I did suck at like singing or humming, because then I want to ruin the song. I love it. I get into the song. Lost against CV2? True. Maybe I'll make a TFT stream channel, like A10 League. Yeah, I'll use A10 League. It's been so long since I've been on there. Dude, that's like the after hours. After hours. Okay, give me 2 seconds here. Because if you're, by the way, what a lot of people do with bubbles and hooks and their reporting cooldowns is they're already, how do you say, they're already like, so, okay, let's just do it like this. Gold, flat, silver. If every piece of information is related to you processing the same piece of information, it will see that information. So like bull, or let's just say summer appearing. The summer appearing is weird. Like bull slam. When they hear that sound cue, that person might not hear the sound, not react at all, and then recognize, hey, this sound. Okay, so for example, silver player might hear the bull slam, pause, take like 1 second or something. 1 second to process that piece of information. Then they need to adjust their aim, right? And all of this is adding up to time. Adjust their aim, recognize that it exists, then press the button, and then by that time the ball's already hit the ground and they're hooking air. It's fine. The gold player already knows what the sound is. They know the sound, so they don't need to think about it. They go for the adjustment, but they're too slow on the button press. They're a bit quicker, or a bit, right? They're a bit faster. And the plat player, they can just hear it and then adjust and press the button even more quickly, right? Because the better you get as a player, the less time you'll need to react to that same piece of information. You should be doing this with everything that you do, because then you get to a point. Wait, where was I going with this? I think I was going with this through somewhere else. Not to the same examples before, because I already went into that. It's more about the idea that like what am I more? I've literally not been able to play video games. Like today's the first time that I played. You know, I've had an injury, so I'm doing all the coaching. Or playing TFT. Okay, 2 seconds. The idea is that like as we get better, we recognize information better. You have more brain power to react to the same piece of information more. For example, if I see a Nano Genji or a Nano Genji about to set up, I think about or as a Genji player, if you're not getting like hit by Ana, you need to think about the enemy's positioning, the enemy's cooldowns, the enemy's timings, your Ana's line of sight, your dash location, your cooldowns, your team state, the ults that they can counter you, the angles on the map that you want to take when you dash in to minimize risk, your teammates' cooldowns, if they're like, you need to do all these things, which is honestly very easy when you've done it hundreds of times. But if you're new to the game, you're never going to get that ability to. So what you need to be doing, and this is why I'm saying it, if you're not doing this, which you might not be, I'm assuming, I don't know, this guy's not in chat, you better be doing that with every single hook. Ooh, that was a straight line. What the fuck? No, bring it back. No, that line was so good. What the fuck? I hope you're doing that with every hook. If you're not, and you're autopiloting most hooks and just reacting, then you're not going to go to the next level. Like, you're not going to go up here. If you're not improving on the skill tree of information, if you're autopiloting and you're not getting rid of those dips, this is what's going to happen. This is why people get hard stuck. Because A, autopiloting, then, autopiloting just denies the ability to combine all the advantages that you had. Whatever. I think I'm starting to, just let me know, am I repeating myself? Am I making sense? Shit. I don't want to go on the same point too much, but I'm pretty sure that was 2 different points, hopefully. I got lost in the sauce. On top of that,
no one can hide from my sight. Bonjour.
Let's see. Yeah, you've done a lot of defaulting, so not too much positioning. But like, if you are going to do these things, you don't want to be stagnating on the hooks. You don't want to be getting hard stuck with the hooks. You want to be looking at habits, at your own habits, enemy habits, really breaking those down, right? So, pretty weird to go in. Hey, I don't care that you die. I'm just gonna like point it out because again, this is massively flawed. When did you turn around to look if your supports are right next to you or your team's right next to you? I think I'm crazy because I didn't see it. Also, didn't you just use your hook cooldown? And so no cooldown. You didn't check for your team. You're defaulting, and you're leaving the corner. And you're dying? What? If only there was a way to consistently almost break down every single situation so you don't feel like you're wasting your own time, chat. Isn't that crazy that you can now just do this in every single game? Very simply. So far, this is a 4 checklist. It's even less than before. Okay, so no cooldowns. Didn't check for your team. I'm watching this feeling claustrophobic. I don't know where your team is. And we die. Oh wait, they were right behind you. Oh. Really? I had no idea. Because we're not checking. So now, this is a off angle. Starlight's fighting, so this is a window for you to go because they'll not be looking at you. Nice try. All good. Anything? Yeah, but people who are miles better do these things automatically. Easy. And those who don't are inconsistent and will struggle in certain elos, even if they're smurfing. So far, the hooks have not been landing too well, but all good. That was good. That hook was good. I saw you. Whee! I saw you look for the Genji. You tracked his movements. You saw he hit double jumps. So he had to go down, and you hooked. You got booped. But like you can see, nice. That is perfect hook because it covers both angles. Unlucky execution. Even if one of them walks left or right, it'll hit both. If they stand still, it'll hit them. If they walk right, it'll hit them. So in this situation, okay, like here, all right, okay, I got your friend, Starlight. I got you. I'm gonna pause this. Hi, Gray. I got you. Your friend never looks behind you to check on teammates. They don't do the team thing. They're inconsistent with their cooldowns. The way that they're playing the map is very defaulty, which is fine. But like, if you want to do that, you need to make sure that if it Genji literally just dashed past your eyes and you didn't turn at all, you didn't give a shit. You didn't even see who he dashed on, what the state of the fight was. You didn't update it at all. And then you keep going for like these hooks that are, you know, you're getting those dips where you're giving up all the things. Like that Genji tracking is a hook where you layered a bunch of things together that make that hook better than the average player compared to a newbie person who would see the Genji just throw it out immediately. Why did you take that decision? Why did you pause? Why did you look to increase? And what people do when they're really good, guys, is you see them combine those elements together more quickly. Just like that's what I was trying to say, I think. But I guess I made that point with this example of the graph. You're looking at people combining those elements. You're not looking at somebody just doing this lucky and they're getting lucky, or they just learn how to flick. You know what I mean? It's like, I think an issue with a lot of people is that they don't have, they try to break down or reverse engineer a good player, but they're doing it incorrectly. Because why wouldn't they? Because how do you know about playing corners? How do you know about checking for team? How do you know they're doing this? Did you notice that they were moving their mouse around? Da, da, da? Maybe not. And that's fine. Blizzard doesn't really give those resources. I will. That's why I'm giving it to your friend right now, so he can stop doing these bad habits and start building good ones and get up to the rest. Like, you will get masters, I guarantee. And on top of that, yes, there you go. Your friend has figured out. He knows what to do. Perfect. Broke him down. Got inside his head.